Every once in a while, you must have heard Wall Street terminology that has piqued your interest a bit. The stock market, stocks, bulls, and bears. It's like the grown-ups are playing their own game of Dungeons & Dragons. There is more to this than meets the eye though. It can be a high risk, high reward that makes you feel like you're a celebrity and can live in luxury, or it can be an option for letting big companies, led by millionaires and billionaires, fill your retirement funds. Many people have left their jobs to pursue full-time day trading and study how companies function. So how does this all work? And what does it have to do with Reddit? We shall answer all of the questions one at a time. First, let's briefly understand the stock market. The stock market is a market in which people buy and sell stocks. Basically, when a company needs funds and can't find a rich investor, the company asks the common public for money, and in return, the company gives the investors a share or a stock of the company. A stock or a share, also known as a company's equity, is a financial instrument that represents ownership in a company or corporation and represents a claim on what it owns and earns on generating profits. So, for example, say Amy has a lemonade stand, and she has ideas of different flavors of lemonade, but doesn't have the money to buy the expensive fruits. She can offer a percentage of her company in stocks, and if Roger thinks Amy will do good with her amazing ideas, he gives Amy money. If Amy does start to do good, Roger gets benefited from the increase in the price of his stock. By then, other people also want to get in on her business, so they ask Roger to sell the stocks he has. And when Roger sells his stock, he makes a profit since they are more expensive from his initial investment. Now that that is out of the way, let's see what short selling a stock is. Shorting, or short selling, is when an investor borrows shares instead of buying them and immediately sells them, hoping he or she can scoop them up later at a lower price, return them to the lender, and pocket the difference as profit. Now, there is a higher risk in short selling than actually buying the stock and keeping it until the prices rise. When you buy the stock, the most you can lose is all your money. Even that happens when the company goes bankrupt. But when you short a stock and the price of the stock rises, there is no limit on how much money you can lose. At one point, you have to return all the stocks to the lender, and because of that, you have to buy them at whatever price they are at that time. This is where GameStop stocks and the Reddit subreddit Wall Street Bets comes in. GameStop, listed on the New York Stock Exchange as GME, is a chain of video game shops in the US. You'll find them in suburban shopping centers across the country, and they are the parent company of the Australian chain EB Games. They buy and resell games, and their profits have been steadily decreasing due to people preferring an online game library rather than physical CDs. So, huge hedge funds were short-selling GameStop stock due to the company's decline in sales and stock prices. This was brought to the attention of the subreddit Wall Street Bets by a member of the subreddit, and he posted in the subreddit that he realized that there were more stocks of GameStop shorted than there were available to buy. Saying that he was sick of big hedge funds ripping off retail sellers and using their influence to push the stock prices down, he proclaimed that he put a legendary $50,000 bet on GME in options. This was in September of 2009 in a YOLO buy. I know, another alien term, although this one is not that alien. Many teens today know what YOLO means. The you only live once buy is a term that the subreddit uses often, and it sheds the high-risk buys that people on the subreddit make. But high risk also can bring high rewards. That bet is now worth $13 million, and he has probably booked more than $2 million out already. This is the kind of thing that can make entire lifestyle changes. That user has regularly been posting screenshots of his account, which shows the meteoric rise, and obviously the 2 million users that make up Wall Street Bets want in on the action. Also, due to the pandemic and quarantine, the market has seen an increase of investors over a period of 6 months. So, seeing the post, many people, also sick of how Wall Street exploits the poor retailers, bought GameStop stock in an attempt to raise its price. Soon, it was all over social media. Everyone was talking about it. In a day, everyone wanted in on it. Together, people raised the value of GameStop stocks and created a short squeeze. Oh boy, another term. The stock market does need a thorough study before jumping in, so let's see what a short squeeze is now. The trick is simply nudging the stock upward enough to cause fund managers who hold short positions to lose their nerve and start their panic-driven buying spree. That means that as the share of GameStop increased, the hedge funds who had shorted the stock had to buy the stock at a loss or keep going into debt. A handful of hedge funds did this very thing in a big way with GameStop stock over the course of the past few months. Melvin Capital, Steve Cohen's Point72, Dan Sunham's D1 Capital, and an outfit called Citron were among the names most associated with the holdings of millions of shorted shares of GameStop. Of course, once the buying spree starts and forces the stock a little higher, further panic ensues, inducing more buying, prompting more panic, driving more buying. You get the idea. Their scramble to buy only adds to the upward pressure on the stock's price. That's the squeeze, which then can be sold by the shareholders for a massive profit. By massive, I mean massive. Two big hedge funds have supposedly gone $1.5 billion in debt due to this squeeze. The public was all in on it, determined to bring down the top 1%. Trends like hashtag hold the line and hashtag buy GME were trending, and the world was taken by surprise as they overlooked the New York Stock Exchange. GameStop's stock soared nearly 700% in just 5 trading days, only to plunge 44% one day later. Then, 2 days later, GME shares rebounded to rally more than 50% on that day alone. So, what did the subreddit achieve? Let's see the collateral. Melvin Capital is hurting. They apparently had to raise money to be able to make it through, and raised $2.75 billion from 2 players, Point72 and Citadel. Point72 is a hedge fund run by Steve Cohen, who owned SAC Capital, where Gabe Plotkin of Melvin used to work earlier. Capital is run by Ken Griffin, and is a very big market maker and hedge fund in the US markets. Famously, Griffin made a big move in 2006 when a similar short squeeze in natural gas forced a large fund, Amaranth, out of business. Citadel teamed up with JP Morgan, which was the clearing bank for Amaranth, to buy Amaranth's assets for a paltry sum and earn billions in the process. In some ways, you have to cheer the little guy's victory. They banded together to push back against major players that some say wield a little too much pricing power over stocks. Other fund managers may think twice in the future about using their influence to drive a stock they've shorted to a lower price. But these types of situations rarely happen, and people should plan out investments rather than just betting on something. If they don't, they can lose money and start thinking that the system is against them until another YOLO attempt brings success, and people will forget about all the other attempts and the cycle continues. Do you know anyone who earned big with GameStop stocks recently? Let us know in the comments below, and like the video if you learned something today. For more finance, luxury, and capital related content, remember to subscribe and also click on the bell to stay notified. Until next time, stay awesome!